All my life, I've been a global traveler, seeking cultures and traditions that are just as vibrant today as in times past. We're opening doors, stepping into worlds most never see, because that's where the best stories are, behind closed doors. We're sharing stories of local life and the working world, plus spending time with some of the most interesting people you'd ever want to meet. It's truly privileged access that always leaves me excited to explore more. Deep in the Tuscan countryside is Castello del Trebio. These walls that once held the secret of a bold assassination plan now hold history and tasty Chiantis. But I'm here to explore the kitchen, where the master chef will put down her pans to teach me about pasta, the heart of Italian cuisine. Today we are here with Adriana, a real Italian mama, who is going to teach us how to make pasta all'uovo, which is fresh egg pasta. Andiamo?
Sì, allora, un etto di farina, 100 grammi di farina, ogni uovo.
So 100 grams of flour, 1 egg. Those are the proportions. So she's made a little basin of the flour and she's adding the eggs in the middle of the basin. This will be tagliatelle.
Tagliatelle, tagliolini.
So we're making tagliatelle and tagliolini today. Of course, this base can be used to create any number of different pastas.
Bene.
So a teaspoon of salt for the 4 eggs and the 400 grams of flour.
Olio.
Oil. So poco, a little bit of olive oil.
Basta?
Basta, yeah. It's been said these much-loved pastas date to the 14th century and originated in the Emilia-Romagna region of northern Italy. So we mix it, and then she's slowly introducing the flour into the whipped eggs. Italians so love their pasta they eat an average of more than 60 pounds per person every year. So you knead this a little bit like bread, come pane.
Quasi.
Okay.
Niente sì. E si lavora 2-3 minuti, non molto per fare le tagliatelle.
It's good for your muscles, huh? While most believe pasta came to Italy with Marco Polo from China, research suggests the Etruscans and Romans were actually already cooking with it long before the adventurers' journeys.
Benissimo, sì.
Benissimo. Apparently I'm doing this quite well.
Yeah.
Okay, so she's putting the flour in a bowl and she's putting these rolled balls of dough into the bowl, and I expect that's to let them rest for a little bit. Quanto tempo aquí?
10 minuti, un quarto d'ora.
10 or 15 minutes she lets the dough rest. Mama Adriana is 78 years young and doesn't seem to be slowing down. When making fresh pasta, she's determined to do it all by hand, just the way they used to do it. That way she keeps a better feel for the pasta and can tell more precisely when each step is complete. Italians take great pride in their cuisine, and Mamma Adriana is no exception, especially when sharing her family technique for making fresh, handmade pasta.
Fresca un giorno.
It only keeps fresh for about a day, but if you want to, you can also freeze fresh pasta. I didn't know that.
Poi la mettiamo nel freezer e allora basta anche un mese.
Then you can keep it for a month or so if you keep it in the freezer. At this point, Mamma Adriana revealed a trick I didn't see coming. This is quite an important step. She's added flour to the top and now she's rolling it in from both sides.
Ora tagliamo.
And now I see.
Facciamo prima tagliatelle.
Ah. This is tagliatelle? Oh, wow. Fantastic. Okay, that was very clever. That was very
Facciamo
clever.
anche tagliolini, eh?
And now she's making the small tagliatelle, tagliolini. She's fast. She is really fast.
Ecco tagliolini.
Fantastic. It's like magic. Though following a master is always intimidating, I decided to give it a go. This is a dance between speed and a clean cut, a skill that's best learned with time. While I probably won't leave the castello as an expert, I can't remember the last time I had so much fun in the kitchen. And with Mamma Adriana's gentle encouragement, success was eventually mine.
Brava!
Italy is a land of timeless traditions and colourful characters that I find utterly fascinating. I hope you'll go out and explore this country's many delicious culinary delights. It's been said the eyes are a window into the soul, but these eyes masked an astonishing imagination. Antoni Gaudí possessed such a unique view of the world that his college president commented during graduation, "We're in the presence of either a genius or a madman." Born in 1852, Gaudí's influence on the architecture and character of Barcelona is unmistakable. His style defied categorization, emulating the flowing rhythm of nature. Few at the time understood his work, including the city of Barcelona, which awarded him just one project for street lamps. Gaudí's most impassioned work was Sagrada Familia. Inside, the design resembles a stone forest, the powerful tree trunks reaching for the sky, complete with branches and leaves at the top. Gaudí orchestrated every detail here, even choosing the different types of stone for the pillars to optimize weight distribution, which is why they're different colors. But what surprised me most is that the Sagrada Familia began in 1882, still isn't finished, and it won't be until 2026. At Park Güell, Gaudí sought to infuse his work with the complex patterns he'd observed in nature. It was an unrelenting quest that also turned him into an avid recycler.
All those styles and ceramics before being in here were in balconies, kitchens, bathrooms, places like that.
Gaudí's obsession with nature was anything but a passing fancy. It began, in fact, in childhood with a diagnosis of rheumatism, a condition that left him isolated.
When he was a kid, he was sick, so he would not play with the rest of the children. So he spent a long time alone just observing nature.
Gaudí's epiphany was that man creates with straight lines, while God fills nature with graceful curves and angles. At Casa Batlló, Gaudí abandoned straight lines entirely. The result was nothing short of astonishing. Especially the roofline, which it said depicts a slain dragon, complete with a sword sticking out of its back.
The everyday people didn't understand anything of him. It was too modern. He broke with the lines of all the other houses, and he began to do really things that were absolutely a scandal for most of the people. He developed his own style, and I think he marked then the architecture of the future. There is no one like him.
Gaudí's passion for architecture burned so intense he worked every day of his career. A career that left a multitude of original works for later generations to contemplate. In the end, the man who helped shape the soul of Barcelona was recognized by the world with 7 UNESCO World Heritage Sites. Antoni Gaudí is a priceless part of Barcelona's history. I hope you'll explore more of the city's architectural treasures and traditions. In quiet bays along Croatia's coast, just below these buoys, are oysters, lots of them. And today I'm out with my friend Pero to learn more about how these delicacies are farmed.
So here you have both mussels and oysters.
And oysters.
So these have been in the water for how long?
These are oysters from 1 to 3 years old.
1 to 3 years old.
This one is 1 year old.
Uh-huh.
And this is the first part of production. What we do every year, in June, July, each oyster are listing 1,000 of little eggs around the bay. We put these tiny nets as a collectors, and we're waiting these oysters to connect on this net, like this, you see? This is 6 months old, you can see how small it is. So this is the first part of production. In 1 year, it gets grown approximately 5-6 centimeters.
Yeah.
Then what we do, we take them off from these ropes, like this.
You
Like this is
remove
1
the
year
oysters,
old, you
yeah.
see, 6 centimeters.
Yeah, when it's 1 year old, you
Yes.
remove it from the net?
Yes, we remove it, like this. And then we put in cement. We put a little bit cement on each oyster
And then
and
you-
left the rope in the middle.
Okay, so you glue 2 oysters
Yes.
to the rope with a bit of cement.
Yes. And then we're waiting for 2 more years so we can start sell them.
So they're
the
ready
best.
at 3.
Yeah, 3.
This type of oyster is called
Ostraedulis.
ostraedulis.
Ostraedulis, which mean flat oyster.
Flat oysters, yes, because they're much flatter than the ones I'm used to.
Flat, and it's very tasty kind. When you're eating this oyster, you can feel the taste of the nature of the sea.
Yep. And it's very easy to eat them
Yes,
because they're flat.
Very easy.
So it's
And you don't need any ingredients,
no,
just the fresh oyster.
yeah.
And you bring.
You're a fast shucker.
Yeah. This one is small.
Just like that. No lemon, no,
No,
vinegar, no nothing.
This is the best.
I'm not sure how elegantly I can do this with these big gloves, but oh yeah,
Like that.
that's fresh.
Now you try, huh?
Okay, and you hold the narrow part
Yes.
in the left hand, uh-huh.
Yes. Now slowly try to find the muscle.
Where it sort of gives away a little bit.
This is it.
Oh yeah. Okay, and then I hold it nearer to the tip of the
Try to cut it. Try to feel where is the muscle, but don't cut all oyster, just the muscle. No, not this, like this.
Oh, I see. You put it further. Yeah, right. Okay, and you. I think I did it.
You did it?
Bravo.
Bravo.
That's good teamwork, I'd say.
Yeah.
And then I shall serve you one on your own boat.
Very good.
Croatia is best explored with Viking. Let us share with you the treasures of this fascinating land. Step into the darkness and let your eyes adjust. What you'll see is a treasure that's been tucked away below the streets of Istanbul for centuries. The remarkable Basilica Cistern. Created as a sanctuary for water, the Basilica Cistern was carved from the earth by 7,000 slaves in 532 AD. This cavernous basin once held nearly 80,000 cubic meters of water. When the water disappeared, 2 stone sculptures of Medusa were revealed, the hair alive with venomous snakes. Who put them here and why, we may never know. But there's another treasure beckoning from the Basilica Cistern's shadowy depths. Deep in this forest of pillars, a hauntingly beautiful one stands alone. Known as the Column of Tears, this intricately carved roof support is said to bring good fortune, but only to those who pass a test of skill.
If you put your thumb into this hole and manage to complete a 360-degree spin of your hand, your wish is granted.
The Basilica Cistern is a fascinating part of Istanbul history. It's an intriguing masterpiece, especially considering its creators believed that once finished, it would be flooded with water and never seen again. Istanbul is rich in cultural treasures. I hope you'll go out and explore more of this vibrant city. In the heart of Athens' colourful Plaka district lies a tasty treasure. Brettos, the oldest distillery in Greece and second oldest in Europe. What was once an Athenian mansion is now filled to the rafters with homemade spirits.
So this very special bar has been here for a long time?
Yes, the bar is since 1909, 107 years. He started, Mr. Bretos, fixing in the backyard of the store ouzo and a spirit.
Greek spirits particularly?
Greek spirit, yes, Greek spirit.
Bretos is home to a delightful collection of intriguing spirits, brought to life from old family recipes, tastes found nowhere else.
We make our own ouzo. We make 40 different flavors of liqueurs and a couple of local things. One is chipuro, which is like a vodka, like a grappa, from the raisins, from the grapes. And we make rakomelo, which is raki with the cinnamon and honey. But our raki is without anise, chipoudia. Raki in Turkey is with anise.
So your raki does not taste like licorice?
Exactly.
Another option is a local's favourite, with an unusual taste derived from mastic trees on the Isle of Chios.
This is a bottle of pure mastica.
Yes. This is the tree with the sugar and alcohol.
Okay. And what does mastica itself taste like?
It's a very unique flavor. I have to give you a little bit to taste it, and you tell me about that.
Okay.
This is sweet thing, huh?
Sweet, yeah. I like sweets.
Go ahead.
That's unique.
It's unique flavor. Right?
Little bit like the forest.
The forest, yes.
Like the trees.
Could be. The Greeks, they love mastica. The 99%.
In Norway, we have a drink called aquavit. Aquavit.
Which I heard about. I know the aqua.
The water of life. So this is sort of the Greek
yes.
aquavit.
Aquavit, yes. Aquavit.
Of course, there's one Greek spirit we simply had to check out, the Bretos' version of ouzo.
Where does that name come from?
I don't know what means.
I don't know what
really,
it means.
really, I don't know what means. But I can tell you how we make ouzo.
And how do you make it?
Yes. The ouzo is the spirit, which comes from sugar beets, the anise, and by the law, mastica. Have you tried ouzo before?
I love ouzo.
You love ouzo?
Because I love licorice.
If you love licorice, this you like more than all the other licorice you had.
It's liquid licorice.
Licorice. Go ahead.
Oh yeah, that's very smooth. And this is 48 proof?
Yes.
It's distilled and it's double distilled.
And three and 4, yes.
And this particular one, which is the 48%, has been distilled how many times?
4 times.
4 times.
Yes.
That's the highest number
The
of
highest.
distillation.
We'll have 46% 3 times, 42% 2 times, and the blue one, which is 40% 1 time.
Does any of them taste more of licorice than
Yes,
others?
yes, of course. The 40% more licorice, less. As more distilled, less you feel the licorice.
So if you're like me and you love licorice,
If you love licorice, you go
Which
to the
one should I
40%.
how are you supposed to drink ouzo? You're not supposed to.
No, sip it.
You're supposed to sip it.
Not shoot it.
Does it have any health benefits, or is it just makes you happy?
It makes you happy, that's all.
Pavlos had yet one more favourite to share, his handmade brandies that are served in a most unusual way.
If the customers want to have a drink, we take it straight from here.
Into the glass?
Into the glass, and we serve it. This is fantastic.
So from the barrel
For the bar, yes.
to the table.
To the table.
Bretos' timeless setting speaks volumes about the character of its delightful owner. Combine that with the endless choices and the warm, welcoming Greek hospitality, and you've got a place I won't soon forget. I hope you too will do what I did and explore more of Greek culture for yourself.